Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thought I'd show you what I've been up to here this week. Plan today is to build some brackets, or build a bracket for the ECM, the EFI computer. And yeah, I'll show you what else I've been up to. Well, I got my emergency brake handle cable all placed, so it's all working good. So I actually went with original Corvette C5 cable, mounted it underneath the car, went with the original 1934 Chevy handbrake, and merged the two together. Last week I put in a couple mounts in the back here for future, in case I want to put a stereo in here. Get all the welding done and that kind of stuff now, so I don't have to damage any paint or interior work later on. I just have to drill holes out for speakers if I decide to do that. I still have to prep the roof for my Legacy retractable roof. I'm gonna have to weld in some strips to narrow it up a little bit. I put a temporary bracket, or maybe it's a permanent bracket, for the touchscreen display for the Holley Terminator EFI. And then this is the computer, or the ECM rather. So I'll have to mount it, and instructions say to try to put it on the passenger side of the vehicle inside, and usually under the dash and away from any other electrical components. I don't know, I might, if I do put a stereo in here, it's probably going to go under the dash beside the heater and in there. So, well, we'll see. But what I'm thinking of doing is putting the ECM up on the right-hand side, right up in there. So I need to build a bracket, a removable bracket. So it's going to go on the right-hand side of the car, up high, and yeah, and then it can just bolt onto there, and the bracket will be removable. Okay, so I cut a piece of sheet metal here, about 7 inches by 10 inches. I'm gonna put a brake on each side of it to stiffen it up, make it a little bit stronger so it doesn't vibrate so much in the car. I've got this clamped in here. I'll square it to my brake. That looks pretty good. See how that looks. It's got to go with some more. Just a hair more. Yeah, it looks pretty close. Square it up again. Here, got her squared up here. Now I'm gonna have to trim some of this to make it fit in underneath the car, but that'll be relatively easy, and we'll go do that. So I used a piece of cardboard, put the computer on top of it, marked out some holes. So basically I'm just gonna center punch the holes, drill them out, and then I can start fitting it under the cowl there, or under the dash rather. Another thing I did too was I trimmed back the flanges here, roughly about 1/4 of an inch, because I don't need a 1-inch flange on there. And basically that's it. I can drill these out now. There, got the pilot holes drilled. Now the fitting. now I'll see to make sure that this is gonna fit. Just try out putting some bolts through here. Uh-oh. Well, I've got one bolt hole that's just out a little bit, so I might, yeah, it's best to ream that out a little bit. 3 out of 4 ain't bad, I guess. So probably what I'll do is I'll just go a size bigger with a drill bit and do all of them. And hopefully that'll make it fit better. And if not, then I'll take a file and bring that out a bit more. There. There. That seems to work. Now I see a problem here. I put a hole in the wrong spot for bolting it on. So maybe what I'll do is that should be okay actually. I think I'll have enough clearance there. Yeah. So these holes are going to bolt to the subframe underneath the dash and hold that up. So what I need to do now is put this away so it doesn't get dirty, but mock this up, clamp it into place, drill some pilot holes through there, and then I'm going to thread those holes so I don't have to use a nut. I can just use a bolt and bolt it into place. So what I did here is I just clamped my bracket into place. I just need to level it out a bit more, and yeah, I'll drill some marker holes, and then I'll drill some holes a little bit smaller than 1/4 inch. I got to look in my chart and see what size they need to be able to tap them to 1/4 inch national course, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I did run into problems, 2 problems actually. When I tried to bolt this into place, this top corner, if I can show you right here, is up against the cowl. So I'd like to lower the whole unit down, probably 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. The other problem is these holes here. Yeah, they're too tight to here. It's too hard to get the bolts in. I can get them in, but I'm fighting. So rather than fight, I'm just gonna lower these some more, and yeah, and then we'll drill a couple more holes in the frame, the cab frame that is, and thread them and make it more better. So I'm going to cut about 1/4 of an inch out of here. I'll go place it, make sure my new hole locations are going to work out. Well, moving those holes down and notching that out a little bit in this corner definitely helped. That brought it down about 1/4 of an inch, so I got lots of clearance up the top now, so the computer plastic won't rub on the cowl and wear out, because it's not a cheap piece of equipment. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's all removable, so it's easy to work on if I have to. And now I just gotta figure out where all the cables are gonna go. Probably drill some holes or utilize some of the holes that are in the firewall already, and go from there. Anyways, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.